Critical update for Bitcoin. Let's go through the details. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike. Shout out to all the VIP. Let's talk about this current coil formation, okay? We are on the hourly chart. Want to discuss this current coil as a potential reversal. We're challenging up into the EMA bands right now. If you guys don't know, I'm a former financial professional, not financial advice, but guys, I used to do calculations and stuff across the table from Harvard Foundation. This is just what I like to do in terms of looking at returns, looking at pattern formations, etc. So in terms of the overall pour down here, you guys will be excited. If you don't know, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. If you caught the stream where I told people, yes, these don't like to hold before, bam, we capitulated down into the bottom line support of that channel that we were looking at, also on a lateral. Guys, on a lateral here in the rough, I'd say this rough equivalent level of support in around this 41,005 we picked up. So about currently 41,900. Very exciting for the VIP top level of membership, all of the base campers, etc., guys, all the members of our channel. I just really appreciate you guys because you guys know you've been paying attention. Double top, we called it right after Austria. Unfortunately, bam. And I just like to review this because this is a huge success for us, guys. Huge success. This pattern formation in this area, you guys know we brought up the Elliott Wave International, right? Didn't want to do it, but bam, we brought that. We caught that as well. So this next, that was a big move down, right? This move down as well was a heavy move, right? Bam, it was, guys. It was just a heavy move down. Looking for a reversal. Now, on the hourly, I think the best that we can look at is a coil formation. We're going to be looking to challenge these specific EMA bands. It's just going to depend on whether or not we have the orders, guys, in the market. I'll tell you the next level down that we're looking at, aside from this generalized level of support, and guys, I think it's going to be a real key level. It's going to do something psychologically if we can get there. I'm just going to tell you, psychologically, if we can get there, I think people are going to like it. I'll just tell you that. Okay, not that we don't like the price right now. At 41,000, let's say 41,900, 42,000. But this is a psychological level. Yes, it's a prior support. That's good. What's a real big psychological level is the 50% retracement. Why is that? Well, the 50% retracement is where all this good happened down here, where we relaunched. Okay, where we found at 29,750, I found a small little ascending triangle, and bam, we were off to the races, telling everybody in here, bull, hey, it's a great time to buy Bitcoin. You don't hear me say that all the time, guys. I tell you when I really see it, when I hear it on the streets, etc. So, bam, so this was the 50% retracement. So psychologically, right, the 50% retracement may hold some key values, I'd say, in terms of what people are looking for in the market. I want you guys to kind of stay aware of that fact, but also I will talk about a contraindication. Okay, in terms of where we're at right now, it's an interesting time for Bitcoin. Just pay attention. I appreciate you guys tuning in. So about that, 34,500 all-time high, about 69,000, and about that 50% retracement would be a ways down. So the one psychological factor we have in, and this is, I'd say, a contraindication or just something to consider, and we'll talk about that head and shoulders, essentially the target there. A lot of shorts in play right now. I'll just tell you that, trying to get to that target. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. So in terms of the prior price action, yes, we picked up from this zone the 50% retracement, right, from the previous $64,863.10, right? So that was the 50% generalized level of retracement in here, right? Absolutely. So bam, we moved to the upside from that. So we're familiar with the 50% retracement. We were hanging out at about 50% of the previous all-time high. For a while, it was comfortable down there. It was slow, right? But there were some nice moves. But we were also at this previous level of support. Okay, in terms of the previous, I'd say this action from January 2021, we were also directly across horizontal from there. So we do have that one component going on and starting to occur here in terms of the prior level of support. I think buyers are keying into that notion, but it's also in our mind because we spent like 60 to 65 days in this consolidation zone. It's also in our mind that, well, I don't know about the 50%. So I just think, I don't know, I think institutionally, I think there's a little bit in terms of the trader mindset that, well, the 50%, we hit it before, it really worked out well, right? But at the same time, I guess the contraindication, or the other consideration is that, well, we were at this previous level of support. So we're at that previous level of support, right? We're lateral from that. But we're just, I don't know, there's something in the traders that went through this and made a lot of money on the way up, right? And we're just kind of like, well, we could go to it wouldn't be that bad, right? So in terms of if we do experience lower prices, let's just have that as our understanding, right? That prior level worked out extremely well, right? So, in terms of the overall patterning right here, talked about a general level of pickup before in the stream. We can discuss that again real quickly. And guys, we're about 4 or 5 minutes into it. I appreciate you kind of hanging with the technicals. I know VIP, etc. I'd love to stream. I'll probably do that tomorrow, just so you guys know we'll have a great stream for the weekend. We'll spend some time doing it. Just wanted to get you some key technicals. Now, in terms of this level of pickup, yeah, it's just a little bit differentiated on the actual lines. You'll find probably between the lines, guys, between the lines, pardon, and the candle wicks, etc. You'll find 3 or 4 ways to pick up this specific zone. I think probably the key is the lateral area, generalized lateral area. I bring that up because yes, that's a level of support. However, there is a downside target, which is kind of naturally expressed, I'd say, as a function of this head and shoulders. If you really, really get detailed with this, you're going to come up with, something a little different on the wicks than you will on the actual line chart, right? I'd say maximize down to about the 39,000. So we haven't really gotten there yet. And again, you really want to pull down and specify exactly, guys. Get the scalpel out. I always say that. Get the razor's edge out, and really make sure on that exactly where you would be headed. Okay, so that would be a lower target. It's going to be interesting because I'm just going to say this: a lot of institutionally they push for this kind of stuff. I just the guys that I know, just the guys that I know off the cuff, just me just hanging out, maybe having a cigar here and there. They, this is their target, right? So they haven't reached their target. The guys that I would know, right? Just generally speaking, okay, that's just no insider information or anything else. It's just that's kind of how they trade. It's like, well, we're not there yet, okay? Within the threshold, if you're in a short, if you've cashed out, congratulations on that short, okay? So I'll just say that. Now, in terms of the reversal function, we can see a coil act as a reversal. Bottom line, we're going to need to see the orders. The demand is going to have to pick up. We're going to need to get above these EMAs. In terms of the 50% retracement, I still like it. That 50% retracement is something that could really be nice for the overall market. I just say, guys, in terms of the psychology, I'd really like to see that. I would, because a lot of people made money from the 50% retracement prior here too. So in terms of this trend line, I have identified this and given this to a few different people in the back, etc. That's just a mean downward trend line, guys. It's narrow. The function of it has a little bit of a level of resistance and support right on either side of this, from the resistance to the support to resistance to, guys, it's a pretty mean line. So as we would look at that, it's just mean in terms of this, unforgiving, not inviting of trades. If you guys have had a difficult time trading, guys, it's because it's going down, okay? And I'll say this, if you're trading long, the shorts may have had a little bit more success, but people keep expecting it to kind of pick up at some level. It's just done that, right? It has this, it has the ability to get us to believe in it again, right? And that's just crypto, because we experienced so many gains here, so psychologically we're wanting it to pick up, right? So we're going to be looking right now for a pattern formation. I have a threshold, right? I have a threshold in terms of what's going to be occurring. Just watch this line is what I would say right now. We need to watch this line. Be careful. I just don't expect some dramatic, huge move to the upside. I don't expect that now. There's nothing to launch from. Okay. Yes, we have this lateral level of support, but I'm not seeing any kind of major pattern formation here by which we would expect some big trajectory to the upside. So let's continue to watch this specific line with the resistance to support to the resistance to support, and let's see how this line develops. In line there, if we have I'd say in concert there with, if we have a few variations and it starts to give us some major pattern here, then let's roll. All right, we'll be prepared for that. I'll be in the back with the VIP. Thanks for waiting through. Pardon me, guys, for about 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I know it's not easy. I was going to stream, but just need to rest for a little bit. I'm going to rest for a little while, and tomorrow we will stream, guys. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike.